Some characters when watching anime give you a very weird feeling, a very odd feeling in your stomach of weariness and creepiness even. They give you the creeps, you could say, even give you the goosebumps, you know. I can say it in every other way except these niggas just creepy. And that's what we are here to talk about today. The creepiest characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, because to my shock and horror, not really, there are a decent amount. And how can I forget to mention this is part 2 of the creepiest characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. If you didn't see the first part, of course, go watch it. Now, I will give y'all a little spoiler for this video. All 3 characters are part 3 characters. All 3. Part 3 has some creepiness. Starting up first, we got Alessi. Now, I did dodge him in the last video. I do admit, you know, a lot of people were in the comment section like, yo, we all see the thumbnail and think of Alessi. How do you forget him? And that's true. I completely missed him. But that's because talking about him every time I've ever talked about him, not even on this app, because this may mark the first time on YouTube I've actually talked about this man. But every time I talked about him, I just get a weird feeling. Because he was just such a weird villain. Now, actually talking about what he did in the story, it was kind of just not really impactful, but it was still weird. His whole stick was he would turn you into a kid because he didn't like fighting people who were the same height or age or even anywhere near as strong as him. He essentially wanted an easy fight by turning you into a kid, but through that, you're now stuck in this wild goose chase of this random man chasing you down as a child while you don't remember most of anything about your regular life, and you're standing some shit because it's a baby stand now.
It's not enough.
It's not only that, he would also take an extremely long time taunting you and really trying to extra humiliate you. Now, that could mean a multitude of things, because there were scenes during his little mini arc of things like him fighting Polnareff while Polnareff jumped into a bathtub naked. Another thing is he also really likes harming innocent women and children. Not men, innocent women and children. Because again, he only likes to harm people he perceives as weaker than him. Now, I cannot tell y'all how glad I was when Jotaro punched this nigga off my screen, because he was stinking up the airwaves. His whole arc low-key sucked, and his stand sucked, but he gave me the creeps. And he's one of those people who, like, when they talk to themselves, they double think, so he's like, you know, only a weird person would call themselves weird. So I'm not weird, because I don't call myself weird. Oh yeah, sure buddy, that's how it works. Like, I've never seen a villain that just gets extreme pleasure from harming women and children, but is totally afraid of men. That just sounds like... I'm not making that joke, as a matter of fact. But if you know, you know. Okay, up next, we have to talk about the man with 2 right hands, Geil. Or, as Enya calls him, Centerfield. Fold. My bad. But this man right here, he gave me the creeps, the heebie-jeebies, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because his whole story arc was so odd. For one, he was introduced to us long ago in part 3 at the very start, because he ended up being Polnareff's sister's killer. Now, and his creepy mystique just started manifesting at the very start of part 3 once Polnareff told the story of him trying to essay his sister and successfully essaying his sister, then ending her life and trying to do the same to her friend before eventually just leaving. Now, Centerfold spent most of his time hiding from the public. That's why he preferred to travel with a partner, that partner being Howlhorse. He preferred to spend his time in the shadows, in the quiet life. But since he wasn't in the public, he found himself trying to occupy himself with things to do. And he made a horrible hobby of things to do, which included essaying and ending the lives of young girls on the regular, and he bragged about it, called them his wives that he just all had. Very weird dude, but he literally made it his hobby to just go out and do those things with no repercussions or anything of the sort, because again, his mother is Enya the Hag and he works under the almighty and all-powerful Lord Dio. And on top of that, most people just don't got stands, so they cannot stop him. But Polnareff, that's the exact reason why I was so happy Polnareff ended up getting him. Because I don't care about nothing else. Nothing else. Every time Polnareff talked about his sister, I got sad for him because Polnareff was my dog. And the man with two right hands always gave me the creeps because I'm like, he just came up and did that and just left. So once we got to this episode and I actually saw him, I was like, of course that's the man with two right hands. But yeah, he was just a major creep. He was one of those people where unless you actually catch him in the act, he would always not deny it. He'll tell you he did it, but he'll word it in a way to make it sound not criminal, but also very creepy. Because again, he called Sherry Polnareff one of the girls who admired and loved him. Yeah, no. Okay, to end this video off, we're talking about the last creep off the list, Vanilla Ice. Now, you may say, but he was just undyingly loyal to Lord Dio. How does that make him a creep? Say that sentence again, then come back to this video. Have you said it again? Okay. Now you should understand how that makes him a fucking creep. Lord Dio was one of those people who would just ask you to do shit, and if you did it, you just proved your undying loyalty to him. Like when Dio said that he might need some blood because he might get thirsty, and this man Vanilla Ice just said, okay, bet, and used his own stand to kill himself and fill an urn up with blood. What are you doing? Like, I understand loving your employer, but like, that's a different level of love. You could also look at the fact that anytime, mind you, he is calm, cool, and collected at all other times, but anytime Dio is even slightly an inkling of disrespect is thrown to him, he starts throwing hands. He literally left his stand, his impenetrable stand, to start beating Iggy up after he made a sculpture of Dio to catch him off guard. That will tell you to talk about my fucking emperor. And this honestly isn't really creepy. This part is just weird. He just uses his stand to go everywhere. Like genuinely. Let you have a door, right? And you invite him over. You know what he's doing? Erasing your door. Like he's just gonna roll through your door. Not opening it, not walking out of his stand to open the door. No, he's just rolling through your door into your house. I think the fact that he didn't even know he was a vampire makes it even crazier. Because honestly, he's either just completely absent-minded or he's just accepted his fate of coming back randomly. Did he just think he came back just to come back? Like, the fact that Polnareff literally got him to walk in through a curtain while he knew he was a vampire is actually ridiculous. But that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 5K, so anything helps. And until next time, peace.